early tonight, but we've also got a lot of game to go through. We did do some questing last night and actually got through a
Boy,
huge chunk.
did we ever.
I just feel bad we didn't stream it, but I also was kind of in a weird mood after coming back and visiting my folkses, so it is what it is. The buns will get to it eventually.
Oh, yeah. Wow. I don't want to contemplate how long it'll take them to get to this.
Well, we can't. There are things
I'm
we
just
could do.
hopeful they'll get to Heaven's Root sometime soonish.
Uh, Probably in another year because the post-content stuff is about as equivalent as a full expansion.
Yeah. No, we're nearly done with 2-1. Really?
Yeah,
You're
really.
just gonna randomly draw that all night, aren't you? Yeah, case in point.
Actually, I kind of hate it, but it is what it is. It will be traded out soon enough, probably. You can blame Ursi on this one. This is a crafting weapon.
You should see if you can get the Mog version. I'm sure there is one now.
No, there is not.
Really?
They never did Mog
true,
versions.
you don't have to go through the level 50 area, so they wouldn't bother with a weapon.
There
Darn.
is no Mog equivalents to, like, Gunbreaker or the Chakrams. And now the Reaper or the Sage Pillums. So, yeah.
Because the Mog size could be hilarious.
Yes, it could be. And the Mog Rapier is totally worth it. It's like one of the best rapiers in the game.
Yes. Rylea doesn't use one, but she keeps contemplating it.
Thayrin uses one. I think Rena has hers as well now.
Yes.
So let us go talk to the Watcher.
Back to Uatu.
Something like that.
Tell me you know the reference.
Not off the top of my head.
Kind of a bobblehead physique. Jack Kirby, Marvel, on the moon, the Watcher.
Oh, right, him. Sorry, my brain is in weird places this week.
The moon?
Yes, actually, how did you guess?
You might want to go take a pan around for people.
Not seeing any below.
Well, just what we're standing over.
Yeah, it's...
So, a little bit of synopsis for some of the highlights of last night.
Don't spoil too
They
much.
put us through one of the most hair-raising trials there's been. Or not trials, but duties.
Solo duties.
Duty.
Yeah, it was special.
Oh boy. And for once I got through it before Thayrin. And you didn't record it for posterity. That's the real reason you didn't stream it, isn't it? Anyway, and that ends up with the second dungeon, and that ends up with our favorite two villains trying to break the seal on Zodiark's prison, and of course it turns out Zodiark's prison is the moon.
Which we already kind of guessed.
And, so big beam from the tower goes up, hits the moon, and you see the usual seal for Heidelin, like when you're getting attuned to the elements by her. And the 6 elements show up, and the crystals start breaking, all except for one, which holds. two favorite villains decide to go to the moon to go find the last seal and break it manually.
So we've
We're now on the moon where the seal is ahead of them.
yes.
For once, we've got to jump ahead.
While all our companions are back in Garlemald trying to untemper all the Garlemals.
Again,
Yes.
since most of the ones who had been untempered got themselves retempered. Thanks, guys. And the Watcher here is the person who's maintaining the seal. And yeah, that's Zodiark. Really supportive of him.
That's
More
actually
of him than I'm comfortable being near.
it's actually a projection on what's going on inside the moon's core.
Yeah, it's still closer and more of him than I'm comfortable being near.
In any case, Mr. Watcher, we're here to help. What can we do?
Sea of Sorrow. Actually, hold on a moment.
Holding?
Sinus Lacrimarum. Mare is sea, so Morum is a version of sea. Sinus is like a cavity or something. Lacquer might be some form of sorrow, I'm not sure.
Was this the moon?
Yeah,
Oh,
this is on the map.
okay,
The area we're in. Oh, sorry. Okay, that's the little area here. The overall map is Mare Lamentorum. Yeah,
yes.
Sea of Sorrow.
Yes. Surprised you didn't catch that.
I couldn't remember what the zone name was. It was kind of late last night.
Yeah.
We stayed up to greet the new year and make sure the old one left.
Yeah, for those who are kind of in the know and those who haven't, one of the reasons why I've been kind of a little flaky on the screams and what's going on and why I'm kind of maining Reaper at the moment is my father passed away the day before New Year's. So,
well, the day before New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
December 30th.
So I've been going back and forth up to Gold Country to visit my folks and help out where I can. Right now, everything's kind of on hold, and we'll probably have a memorial for him sometime in late January. Mom's holding up surprisingly well, all things considered. And thankfully, my brother lives maybe a mile and a half from them, so he sees them. He saw them pretty much on a daily basis, and will continue to do so. And we'll just take it as it comes. I would have loved to get him into this game, but the universe effectively said, no, that's not physically possible. Yeah, Mom is a real trooper.
Mm-hmm.
Bless her heart.
Okay. Back to the plot. Sea of Sorrow. The Watcher would have you deal with the specters haunting the moon. You must confront those lost souls, yes, but you need not expel them by might of arms.
Well, that's good to know.
Might of arms would be fine. A feather touch, a firm word, simple methods may send them away, faint echoes as they are. Where the strength of sentiment that drives them, however, emotions that do not fade even with the passage of centuries. I think by this point, millennia. Many millennia. And make haste. Though yet distant, unwelcome guests draw closer.
Yes. That would be, our friend to me and, Mr. Punchface.
Mr. Punchface and Mr. Restraining Order.
Sorry, I needed to get a tea stir.
Ah, sorry.
All the sugar is all the way at the bottom of the tea, and it just doesn't work. A true adventurer, never use the door when jumping over the balcony will do.
Yeah.
I saw that. Oops, sorry, Mike. I do need to
I'm sorry, the best was still watching Rift suddenly do a detour as I was following you on the train.
Speaking of Rift. Hello, Rift. Boku not joining us?
No, he says he's fine. I might drag him out here later.
Yeah, so I've kind of been in the mood for Reaper things, all things considered. Channeling my inner Montana farmer.
Yep, other bridge.
This is quite beautiful, though.
For some senses of beautiful, yes.
It's a stark booties.
Yes, yes, yes it is. This is a heck of a slope. Yeah, there we go. To the left.
Faded spirit.
Now these are basically ancients. These are remnants / projections of some of the ancients that were sacrificed to create Zodiark. And now that he's partially free, some of them are getting kind of loose. Where? When? How long?
Yeah, but these were the souls that the Ascians have been trying to save all this time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
if we can pry them loose of Zodiark and send them back to the Ethereal Sea, that's one of the better things that can happen.
Yeah.
In all senses of the word. Was it truly so long ago? Yes, it's been a long, long time.
So long, in fact, we don't have dates.
Nope.
Or a time frame.
With some work, we might be able to work out about how long it's been through about maybe the third astral era. I'm not sure we can get anything for the first two. Never mind the gap between the ancients and the first astral.
Yeah, that's the real problem, is we have no sense of time recollection between those two pieces.
We were happy, at peace with the star. We nurtured it, helped it grow, with our will, our creations. By the way, these giant broken up swords, those are the main parts of the seal. Those are basically what we saw break down on Eidolon.
I will note that they look very reminiscent to the seal swords used to contain Bahamut.
Yeah, I believe they did more or less say that the Ascians more or less copied the idea.
You mean the Allegans?
Yeah, the Allegans.
Yeah.
Wrong A.
Yes, very much a wrong A. By several millennia. The Drowning Brand.
Yeah. the star's beating heart, its life. Every soul a drop of blood flowing through its veins. To live, to learn, to create, to make better. The star flourished, as did we. Do you remember?
I'm afraid not.
As the whispers die, the final spirit fades. No shadows of times long lost remain around the drowning brand.
Well, hello.
Is this the dog? Sorry.
No, it's not the dog. That would be even more terrifying. You know that.
An unusually lustrous dog is gazing at you with what seems to be fond anticipation. It appears to be waiting for you to follow it.
I guess we're following the doggo. Hello, Action.
Hey, Action.
The goodest doggo. Hello, doggo.
I know you were being rhetorical, but you're right. That is creepy.
Birds are the best. Thank you, Action.
Follow the lustrous dog and try not to fall behind. Again. Why am I running after a dog?
Because it's lustrous?
But it's a dog.
There can be good doggos. There can also be bad doggos.
It's still a dog.
I know. You are terrified of dogs. We all have downsides to us.
And this one's downside is being a dog. Now, this is not a path I was expecting.
No. Ooh, this goes very deep.
Yeah.
You are taking us on an adventure, aren't you, Pupper?
And I know, like, you know, eggs are supposed to make your coat nice and shiny, but this is ridiculous.
Oh, we have a wandering spirit over here.
Yep.
Temperamental spirit.
The dog silently regards the spirit that lurks near the brand.
Well, thank you for showing us this new spirit, dog. You get
Perhaps
pets.
the dog will let you pet it once you have dealt with the lingering spirit.
But I just pet the dog.
We and the star were fulfilled. Wanted for naught, mourned for naught. So why? Why did it have to end? Yep, here we go. Really? You created bogies. Your anger is manifesting as little squeak toys.
Believe me, they've created far worse. Believe me, you'll understand.
That. No spoilers!
Squeak toys, really? Come on. final days taught us to fear a death forced upon us. The injustice of duties and dreams left unfulfilled. The grief of unexpected partings. Swift as darkness, cold as ash. Such tragedy, yet no catharsis. Such truth, yet no consolation. As the whispers die, the spirit fades. All is silent and still around the numbing brand. Hold on a moment. So yeah, the first one was the drowning brand. This is the numbing brand. We have biting, striking, searing, and crushing.
Oh boy. Okay, good old doggo. Where are you going to lead us next? Are you going to lead us next?
Lester's dog is once again staring at you expectantly. And who are you to deny it? Follow and try not to fall behind. Really? You're gonna take us straight through an insect?
2 insects. And a hunt target! Not our hunt target, though.
Yeah, oh boy. Not dealing with Genesis Rock, yikes.
Yeah. That would be bad. Very bad, very bad, bad.
Definitely bad. No location.
Where are you taking us, doggo? Oh god.
Oh, that's a new model.
Moon cactars.
God. Luna tenders. Wow. Just as long as none of them are ballerinas. The dog silently regards the shadow that lurks near the brand.
The problem is they're doing a ballet pose.
Yeah, I know. So, yeah. Don't look them in the eye. Don't show fear.
Anguish spirit.
The
Slender
crushing brand.
tenders.
Yeah. Our perfection came crumbling down, such overwhelming despair. In that moment, we knew the end was nigh. The faintest glimmer of hope remained. We gave our lives that others may live. We gave ourselves to Zodiark. Uh-oh. Zodiark, our Lord and Savior. To forge our world anew. To live and love again. Become one with the star. To fill earth and heaven with life, birth paradise where fear is distant memory. Pardon me, but would you be so kind as to step aside? Ah, that unmistakable color. The soul of a Zim.
Idolodathus?
Yeah. But not the friend I knew, I think. Nevertheless, you are you. Remember, all we've met is basically an illusion of him. So Emmett Silk meant for you to have it. Yeah. You seem surprised. Why might that be? We meet again, Hythlodeus.
Yes.
We meet again for the first time.
My new old friend.
Which means here's also one of the ones sacrificed to Zodiark.
Mm-hmm.
Again, I do not believe I have yet had the pleasure.
You can thank Emmett Sulk for that one, too.
Emmett Silk created a shade in my likeness. And not only me, but all of Amara. How very like him. A slave to sentiment, even after an eternity. As you may have guessed, I am different from the shade you met before. No mere approximation, but the original. A soul sacrificed to Zodiark. We remember in vivid detail the events leading to our purgatory. This is an amazingly long-winded language. The plans and plots for a resurrection, Heidelin's invention, and Zodiark's and the stars' final fate.
I think that's Heidelin's intervention.
Oop, sorry.
Kind of important phrasing there.
And then we drifted in a waking dream, our minds steeped in fog, until you came. I know not what you and your friends intend for Zodiark or the future of the star. Nevertheless, in you I place my trust and faith. In you I choose to believe, as Emmett Silk did. Believe in yourself, and all will be well. Well, that didn't take nearly long enough.
No, it did not. We are not prepared.
More new arrivals, though. Ah, Fandaniel. That color I know. And another I do not. An unfamiliar but fearsome being. I have kept you from your duty. By way of apology, I will ensure that the shades hinder you no more. Protect the final brand.
Farewell, my new old friend. Or is it my old new friend?
Fare you well, my new old friend. Azim must have been a heck of a person.
Yeah. And we carry his torch. Oh no, Tay! Did you get bounced out again?
Yep.
No!
Was trying to run a trust, ran into the same problem I was having earlier.
Oh. Okay, doggo. You seem to know what's going on. What do we do now?
Talk to the Sabo Tenders or Luna Tenders.
No, I'm
Slender
not going to
Tenders.
talk to the slender tenders.
The Martyr. Something has raised the lustrous dog's hackles. Dog growls, agitated. Pray havoc and let slip the dog of war. That's you,
by the way. Yeah, I like that.
Hey, Baron.
The dog nudges you with its nose. You get the feeling it wants you to hop on. Okay,
Oh,
we can do this. I'm going to
Really?
ride the doggo.
The powerful leap, the dog takes flight. I did not sign up for this.
But it's a good doggo. It's all fluffy and fluffy and fluffy.
How the heck are we supposed to protect this thing?
fast enough.
Oh.
In the nick of time to savor the crowning triumph. Unbound and free at last. Arise, Zodiac! Deprived of heart and will by the loss of dearest Elidibus. A creature of pure instinct, wanting for guidance.
That's right, Zodiac doesn't have his heart anymore.
Yeah.
But powerful, oh so powerful. More so with every passing moment. Such potential, even in this incomplete state. Still the savior who delivered a world from certain doom.
So, here we stand. You know my intent. Consume the god, then the world. Stoke your fury to a raging inferno, and dance among the ashes. Or perhaps you would face me here and now. A lesser but welcome amusement. Yes. A taste to whet the appetite.
You want it? You got it, you little frickin' frick.
Sorry to spoil the moment, but might I ask that you postpone the slaughter until I've said my piece? I promise I will be brief.
No, I just want to kill you now. Please let me kill you now. I can resunder you really fast.
Do you remember when I told you that I wanted to die and take everyone with me? I meant it.
Yep. Yep.
He wants to become the new heart. Frack! Careful there.
We are the savior. We are the guardian, the keeper of natural order. We are the martyr, the bestower of new beginnings. We are.
Such lofty aspirations. And what sweet irony that the world's saviors will become the agents of its destruction.
It cannot end this way. We must return return and be made whole. We are the will of the star, now and forever.
Wrong,
For the
wrong,
greater
wrong,
good,
wrong, wrong.
for the sake of the world.
Lies and delusion. The dead have no power over me. You will be silent. Silent as the grave.
No more, we beg of you. The star must endure.
Believe and walk in faith. Let the light of your soul shine for all to see. Not quite the outcome you'd imagined, but a fitting one nonetheless. Don't you think so, Hades?
All I craved more.
Oh boy.
Power. Mine to command. I had intended to pit my fractured divinity against Xenos, but a more tempting option presents itself. The greatest obstacle to my ambition. You will trouble me no longer.
No, we are taking you down right now. Is it possible to love and hate Emmett all at the same time?
Yes. Okay. Remember last night how you were saying I was surprised all of this happened, so early on?
Mm-hmm.
And I pointed out, no, the timing, the way they do things, it was about right. This surprises me that it's happening this early.
Yes.
Holy heck, guys.
What's your number in QT?
312, and the way my system has been reacting, you should probably just go on your own.
Okay.
Because that's where I seem to have the troubles when I'm in dungeons. Or
Right.
doing combat in general.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't think she does.
Probably not.
Well, we have a Bard and a Reaper here. Thanks for joining us, Lilith in action.
Mm-hmm. Ready. You must be kidding me.
Okay, appropriate name for the trial.
Let's see, what was it again?
The Dark Inside.
Yes, yes.
And now we wait. And I have summoned my friends!
Mm-hmm.
And 4 randos.
You summoned your friends and 2 random tanks and 2 random healers.
Yeah.
And yes, action, the music. Here, I have an idea for you. Why don't we just cure cancer and then see what Sukin does?
Yeah, don't worry, Action. We understand.
Go in as whatever you feel comfortable with.
Considering that Brian and I are doing this cold.
Yeah.
Me and my chainsaw scythe.
Now, and they have the one vinyl album out. The last I looked, there's not a true full soundtrack for
Endwalker. No,
out yet.
They usually wait until they start the patch cycle.
Yeah, the major patch cycle. I kind of figured, but I did look.
Yeah, Action. There's there's 2 chainsaw sights. There's the crafted one, and then there's the drop from the Tower of Babel.
Mm.
Though the crafted one gets more of the chainsaw sound. It's the whole.
Yeah, I want to see you kill imps with it.
Oh, there's
Because
3. Nice.
Because you know that's what chainsaws are truly good for, killing imps.
This is very true. Ask Doomed Guy.
Yep.
It's saying less than 5 minutes. We will see if this is true. Wanna cosplay Ash from the Evil Dead, but still have both arms right this way? Thank you, Action.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel bad now for not streaming last night, because oh boy howdy. But at the same time, I've just been a derposaurus this past few days.
I'm just glad you've not been a slender tender.
Establishing connection. All creation shall bend to my will.
No, we are not bending to your will. You are bending to ours.
One of more pretty members are new to this duty. Really? I wouldn't have guessed. Just because I've never been here before.
Right, follow the safety Dorito.
The small safety Dorito.
and it will be beautiful.
Sorry, action. I took first buff. Yahoo! That's a heal check. That looked. Oh boy.
Oh, there's the safety Dorito all the way over there. Great. Uh-oh, that's gonna be bad. Oh, and Tank Buster. Oh, that's safety Dorito.
My bet is over here. No!
You would lose that bet.
Malice, become flesh.
Be one of those.
Will you live to see the end?
Oh, that's a 3-stack!
Oh, both healers down.
Oh no!
Is there a red mage in the house?
No, there is not.
Oh.
He's stacking mechanics now, isn't he?
My hold of a zodiac shall be
Possibly.
complete. Mine, all mine.
He's just a greedy Gus. Did he just grow one wing?
Oh, he had 4.
Ah,
But yeah,
At
that.
last, I am become Zodiac.
still slightly incomplete, but not slightly enough.
No!
The natural order overturned.
Okay. Safety Dorito's over here. I'm gonna follow him.
Resistance, bent to my will.
Okay, that's evil.
My life's work, my masterpiece.
Yep, that's a keep moving. Ow! Nope.
Oh, I've waited for this day.
That's human. Okay, there's arrows going around the outside telling you which way the platform's going to rotate.
Yep.
All in existence, bent to my will.
Good call, little safety Dorito!
The great cataclysm, faithfully recreated. From broken skies fall tears of flame.
Oh god, he's pulling down the constellations.
Yeah. No idea what that means.
Will you live to see the end?
Probably not! Nope! Oh, I'm surprised we lasted as long as we did without the healers.
Yeah! Tough because healers have to stay stacked.
Yeah, it's totally
On
off.
steroids. That's one way of putting it.
Reload that.
That's what I've been trying to do. Danger Dorito.
End has come, and it will be beautiful. The marvels of cities were playthings.
And over to the corners.
Yeah, you can't figure any of that out.
And then I'll let the tank move the tank buster away from me.
Yes!
Will you live to see the end?
Four, five.
Yeah! Just as glad I'm not healing through that.
Okay, I think I got it. If it's a true circle, it'll do a cone. If it's a circle within a square, it'll do a half wide room sweep.
We're into this with everyone still alive. You know, I like you better with the mask.
At last, I am become Zoya. The natural order overturned.
And it's gonna turn the other way. Are you sure about that?
I'm following the safety, Dorito.
Resistance, bent to my will.
Oh, it turns without you.
Yes, it turns without you.
expecting to shift position with the platform.
And these go off in sequence, sides first, and then, or middle, then sides, so we have to move.
I remember that from last time. Is there any way to tell?
So far it's always done middle first, then sides.
And I'm worried that's just like the practice round and it'll be randomish later. I'm sure about right about that.
That actually looks good.
Yeah.
The great cataclysm, faithfully recreated.
For your enjoyment every Saturday.
From broken skies fall tears of flame. All shall burn.
Okay, I think I understand. We're not.
Will you live to see the end?
I think it has to do with the star pattern that's calling down.
Yes, it does. Oh, that again. Right after that little blast. Nice.
Oh, Ranger Doritos going over by the behemoth.
Yeah, that would make sense.
All in existence, bend to my will.
Yeah.
If we don't all give her comms, something is wrong. That'll be a cone. I don't, unless it's gonna spin. No, it's a square. It's a half room. Woo, 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 woo.
I have no need for restraint.
No, you
Half
definitely need lots
room.
of restraints. And then the other half.
Yeah. And then followed by another half.
Yeah, oh. Like we haven't seen that before.
All in existence, bend to my will.
Okay, right. This way around.
Will you live to see the end?
Okay, that's the cone wide. That'll be the center first, and then get into
Yeah. Into the center.
the and tank buster.
And away from the Daxman Tank Buster. Yeah, Studiarch is yet another aerobic boss.
That'd be a cone, followed by a room wide, followed by another room wide. We should be able to stay here if it will let us.
Not for these.
Will you live to see the end?
Back. Did not quite make that. Along with one heal. Thought I saw someone else go down. Heal coming back. Clockwise turn coming. Yeah, right. I keep wanting to see that the other way around.
Will you live to see the end?
Thank you, Volt.
Tone! Followed by... Oh, get in the center first!
Yes. Told you. I knew it was going to reverse that at some point. Yikes.
Is this the limit of your power? Is this how it ends?
Please tell me she stayed for calm.
Yeah. Hello. I'm just here for guide. You made it, Warrior of Light.
That was great. You totally deserve the calm.
Oh boy.
I hope everyone gave her the calm. She totally deserved it. Oh.
Wow. And I really wasn't expecting this soon.
No.
Yeah. And now for the next problem. Well done. Ah. Draw now from this place, the teleporter will deliver you to safety. How to reseal him.
Incomplete and insufficient. Of course he was no match. Once again, you have left my best laid plans in ruins. And played your role to perfection. Thus, sealing my victory.
Really?
From the first, all I wanted was for you to kill Zodiac. 'Twas but one of many methods to achieve the desired effect. It would have been the same had Xenos died in my place. But what better and more satisfying way to ensure success than to take control myself?
Oh boy.
My sole regret is that you lived to tell the tale. Even so, I have fulfilled my heart's desire. Let your murder mark the beginning of the end. They're coming.
quickly strength fades, and blood cools. Old familiar sensations. So many lives, so many deaths. No different this. I close my eyes and slip into the dreamless slumber. A tired song and dance. Routine. Always I wake. But not this time. Nothing left unsaid. Nothing left undone. Inherit my hell. I intone with glee. The man I was would weep for what I have become. The all-consuming contempt. But I've the wisdom of 10 millennia to justify my answer to the question. No value in their existence. Not a whit. For all that I looked. None that I did see. A final chance, then, for Heidelin and her faithful. In Cataclysm, prove me wrong. I snare. All shall return to nothingness, as was your will, Emperor Sunday. I, the star, and every living being, consigned to your oblivion.
At last.
What the hell?
A glimpse of what may be to come. Deep breaths, slow and steady.
Please tell me you have an explanation. This is usually the time it shows.
You saw it too, yes. The blue star below, thrown into turmoil. Then it was no illusion. All was truth. Yeah. With the death of Zodiark, the laws of nature over which he presided have begun to unravel. The final days are upon us. Yeah, despite it all, he was what basically defined the cosmological constant.
This world needs balance, both light and dark. With dark gone,
What you witnessed was an omen granted by the Echo, a vision of the horrors to come. Time grows short. Yeah, and he's not gonna help.
no, he is not going to help. Of course he knows how to enshroud.
Really? You reek. Just get some soap and wash that off.
No. I'll find no fulfillment in a contest with you this day. Slavering beasts gather at your gates, ravenous and eager. Already you turn to them and away from me. I must go forth once more in search of power far beyond the might of Shinryu. Power to make your heart run over with rage. For the eldest of primals was a betrayal of promise. A pathetic creature incapable of inspiring true despair. That's what I crave. Pure, unadulterated despair.
Oh no, he's gonna go after Heidelin now, isn't he? I will not fight for your amusement.
Yeah.
We shall see.
That is some really mighty Velcro.
Don't even think about it. Great, now we have to fix the world.
That's new.
This is a little more, involved.
True.
Okay, Watcher, what's our next step? You seem to have a few answers that we need.
I sense his presence on the moon no longer. If you need not follow, then I beg you stay and listen to what I have to tell you.
I am all ears.
Of Zodiark, and the end of all things.
Thanks for joining us, Action. Oh, and I saw a ding in
Rise
there.
up through the night. Yes. 85.
There we go.
Just as we hit 84 for questing.
You get a good night's sleep, Action. Thanks so much for joining us.
I'd actually-
Mm-hmm. It was great to have you along, as always.
Yes. Indeedy. I need to, like, readjust my sleep schedule or something so I get a chance to play with you more. It also means readjusting my work schedule. And yes, before you comment, I do actually do work.
Wasn't gonna say a thing. What's your current level? 84, okay.
Yeah, I'm 84, you're now 85. Dragoon is actually 85. I purposely spent some time while you were offline upping that so it will stay my main. It's just right now I'm kind of in a Reaper mindset for various reasons that most of you've heard the explanation for, so.
Yeah, though I'd always be hesitant to be doing the same thing as Xenos.
I don't know, it worked for that one solo duty. Made it extra convincing. Okay, Watcher.
In Shadow's wake, the Watcher would discuss grave matters with you. Before we speak at length, I believe a change of surrounds is in order. I have more than ill tidings to share, you see. I sensed others arriving not long ago. Though my communions with Heidelin have grown infrequent, I have learned enough from her to know these are your comrades. And as luck would have it, they have already reached my abode. Come, let us join them.
I assume
Best news I've heard all day.
Yeah, and I do wonder about that crashed piece of Allegan technology off at the edge of the crater.
Yes.
Yeah.
That'll be explained.
Of course it will. This is Yoshi P's team.
This is Square.
Well, it's Yoshi P's team in specific. If they're going to do something, they do it with malice and forethought. Yeah, I was not expecting that fight this early in the game. And go
rest
safety
of it,
Dorito.
You know, last night's stuff, that I figured had to be early. That one, not so much.
What does
Not at
that
all.
tell you about the rest of the expansion?
Hush you!
It tells me I'm soon to be without much of a map, just like last time. Thanks, Square.
Thankfully, I figured out a while ago that when they do all the press releases and they drop things and everyone's like, spoiler, spoiler, and it's like, no, that's only the start of it. Watcher.
Yes, they are indeed the three I sensed.
Oh, it's
I
good
bet.
seeing you three. Thancred?
Dare I ask what happened before we arrived?
Hell. Hell broke loose. That's what happened.
May I presume this being is a native of the moon?
Not exactly.
Native wouldn't exactly be the right word. But he has been here a long time.
Yes. Thank goodness you are unharmed. We did what we could to subdue the Tempered before making our way here. Without casualties, or not without casualties, unfortunately. Some few donated explosives, killing themselves and the others. The contingent's healers had their hands full tending to the injured and enthralled when we took our leave. Apparently, Obs thinks it's Heaven on High time. I am so sorry. Did we get Yshtola's line? Or we have to go back? I'm at least still at Urianger, so we can start that part up again as soon as Rai gets back. I'm sorry. I totally forgot that Heaven... Yeah. Thank you, Auto Switcher. I love you too. You're a blessing in normal circumstances, but this isn't a normal circumstance. Dang it. Okay, going back for Yshtola's lines. I'm sorry. We did what we could to subdue the Tempered before making our way here. Not without casualties, unfortunately. Some few detonated explosives, killing themselves and the others. The contingent's healers had their hands full tending to the injured and enthralled when we took our leave.
Your Ums is being a magical unicorn, so have your own.
Mother's Cookies recently did their circus animals as mythical beasts, and I just got handed a unicorn because Obs is being special. Thankfully, we did figure out that if we get the chat box back, we can actually read previous lines, so we're good on that. Yeah, Y'shtola, I'm sad you had to deal with that. I'm glad you're here. Hopefully the others will get it under control.
Okay.
Urianger?
Lest you wonder, Mistress Kryle hath also been delivered unto their care. Serving as a conduit for Heidelin's power hath taken its toll, but she will recover in due course.
As for Alphino and Alice, they insisted on remaining in Garlemald while we three rushed to your aid. It appears, however, the matters here have already come to a conclusion.
Of sorts.
You're not gonna like this.
The good news is you didn't miss all the action. The bad news is you're not gonna like the action.
But what manner of conclusion, might I ask? And is this ally whom Heidelin bade you seek out? He is not unlike the shades of Amarut.
Ooh.
Talking about language compression, normally they go blah 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 for like yes, and this is like and it's the whole paragraph.
Ancient is a truly marvelous language. Not unlike, perhaps, but not the same. It was created by Heidelin together with this place. It has ever been my duty to keep vigil over Zodiark. Or rather, it was my duty. Yeah, enjoy your retirement.
This has gone from bad to worse. Then
We're not even halfway through. Not even halfway through by level.
Then Zodiac is no more.
And not without consequence, I'm afraid. For now the delicate weave of the star, preserved by his presence, will begin to unravel. If you mean to avert the final days, you shall have need of... Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Are you alright? Please last long enough to give us the explanation. My attempts to forestall Zodiark's release have all but exhausted my strength. If you might allow me to rest a short while, I will share with you all I can.
Please do. You need not exert yourself on our account. These crystals contain records of your time here, yes? May we peruse them while we wait?
By all means, if you would review them chronologically, might I suggest beginning with those on the upper floor? I think that is an uncompressed version of what he said actually being yes.
Yeah. I shall leave that to you, Thayrin, Rylea, while I'll see what I can glean from the crystals on the lower levels.
We need Crystal Grandpa here.
Mm-hmm.
He'd love this.
He would be all Makoti ear twitchy geek happy. I know you're resting. I just want to check on you.
A moment longer, friend.
That is okay. You rest as you need.
As long as you need. And maybe no longer, but as long as you need.
Ishtola? Pray review the records on the upper floors. We will see if aught is to be learned down here. Yeah, pretty much, Foxfire. Munch, 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 munch.
Mm-hmm. Unicorn.
Thancred?
Zodiark defeated. While he may have been in an incomplete state, that's nevertheless an impressive feat. But even if you hadn't, his demise was inevitable. Van Daniel would have seen to it one way or another. That said, he probably would have wielded Zodiark's power to wreak untold destruction before taking his own life, making this the better of two unfavorable outcomes.
This is probably true.
Mm-hmm.
Oriange?
Dost thou suppose our host has maintained his solitary vigil since the very beginning, without rest or relief? If so, these records comprise the sum total of his existence. We must needs handle them with care. Right, no dropping them.
Dimly growing crystal.
Yes, that big one. As you gaze into the crystal, ancient knowledge of Zodiark flows through your mind. Daily summary, no abnormalities detected. Daily summary, no abnormalities detected. Daily summary, no abnormalities detected. These appear to be records of a long, lonely vigil on the moon dating back to the beginning of Zodiark's imprisonment. Somewhat dull reading.
Somewhat dull existence. I'm surprised this poor fellow hasn't gone stir crazy.
Well, considering that he was somewhat literally created for this. As you gaze into the crystal, knowledge of past calamities flows through your mind. The records describe how, with each rejoining, Zodiark's thirst for freedom grew, as did the strain on the brands. Maintaining Zodiark's imprisonment appears to tax Heidelin greatly. The good news is she's no longer having to do that part. Warmly glowing crystal. As you gaze into the crystal, knowledge of past rejoinings flows through your mind. The records describe the Watcher's efforts to prepare in the event Zodiark broke free from his prison. The records go on to describe maintenance carried out regularly with the Loporits, though it's not clear who or what they are.
I think it's pronounced Loporits.
That's the correct pronunciation, yes.
As you gaze into the crystal, a record of an unexpected visitor flows through your mind. The records note the Watcher's musings when Elidibus is spotted on the moon, though clearly not for the first time. It is clear he and his brethren have a keen interest in freeing Zodiark from his prison, and yet they have made no attempt to destroy the brands. Perhaps they prefer he remain hidden from mortal eyes until the final rejoining. Perhaps they realize we would never dare bring harm to Zodiark so long as he remains imprisoned.
My question is what's happened to all the souls that he had taken?
Mm-hmm.
Did you learn of anything of import? So it is as we suspected. Maintaining the brands requires a great deal of her energies and focus, and this cost has grown higher with every rejoining. That would explain why contact with her has become rather infrequent since the seventh Umbral calamity. I too made a rather startling discovery. This heavenly body we know to be the moon was in fact created by Heidelin. Yeah, we kind of figured that out.
I stated it last night.
When the Watcher said he was created together with this place, I thought he meant this facility. Truly, Heidelin's power is far beyond anything I could have imagined.
I thank you for affording me this short reprieve.
It is we who should thank you. The records stored here are nothing short of extraordinary. There is much we could learn of Zodiark and his imprisonment, but perhaps you could offer us more focused guidance. Pray, tell us of the calamity that came before and comes now again.
Long ago, before the Great Sundering, there was but a single world, Etheris. I think that's the first time we've had that name.
Correct.
One day from within the earth, a terrible cry issued forth, affecting a profound change in all manner of life. We were not exempt. Our creation magics ran rampant, giving shape and form to thoughts of hopelessness and despair.
The Dooms.
At first, the phenomenon was limited to a single region, but quickly, so very quickly, it spread and engulfed the whole of the star.
Were the ancients ever able to deduce its source?
They were not. However, the convocation struck upon a method to predict where the next corruption would manifest. So that's what the pins are for. The etheric energies which flow through all of creation in the form of various currents. The currents which course through the land and seas. Those which flow through the very air. And those of a celestial nature which encompass both our star and this moon.
Celestial currents. I cannot say I am familiar with the concept.
Nor would I expect you to be. Few scholars of our time knew of their existence. Their invaluable knowledge helped us to better understand the nature of the calamity. Like the terrestrial ones of earth and air, the celestial currents form a vast network, but the ethereal distribution is not consistent. The convocation soon realized that the inciting incidents occurred in regions where the flow was weakest. Correlation without clear cause, ultimately. Nevertheless, on closer study, a stagnancy of aether was observed in nearby currents.
And so they sought a means to harness the forces of darkness, of activity and growth. Thus was Zodiac conceived. No less a power than a god's could set right the laws of nature and quicken the flow of ether within the star.
Precisely. With the advent of Zodiac, our end was averted.
Emmett Selk claimed that those who summoned Hydaelyn did so because they saw Zodiac's power as a threat. Is that true?
Indeed, there was a faction opposed to Zodiark's creation, but their aim was never to unmake him. They understood the continued preservation of the natural order was dependent on his very existence. Until we could identify and address the underlying cause of the final days, he would need remain, where his departure would set in motion those apocalyptic forces once more. Hydaelyn recognized this as well, and so, rather than destroy, she sundered Zodiark, herself, and the star into lesser reflections, that she might confine him in this place.
Wait, she sundered herself?
Yes. I've sworn she beseeched me to banish the darkness.
Yeah. But technically, wouldn't the other worlds have a piece of Zodiark still within?
Yeah. Perhaps she did. But as with all beings, intent is not always in accord with spoken word.
Man, Ancient really has to work on its language compression.
Hydaelyn and Zodiark are both constructs of man, approximations of perfection, limited by our own imperfections. Zodiark was, without question, the more powerful of the two, having been born from the sacrifice of half Aetheris's population. Thus was it necessary for Hydaelyn to commit herself wholly to his defeat. Still more effort was needed to confine him. Maintaining the brands taxed her greatly. With what power she dared spare, she cried out to any who might listen, and offered her blessing to those who heeded her call. Though it was likely within her power to do so, I believe she did not wish to speak of Aetheres and her history. Like Zodiark, Heidelin's purpose is a reflection of her creators. They wished to look to the future and not linger in a prison of the past.
The Ascians set in motion 7 rejoinings before we came to oppose them. How many more worlds would have been lost had we not placed our faith in her? How many more souls living in the present would have been snuffed out for the sake of those long dead?
Good question, Stola.
Well, in light of recent events, I see no reason to doubt your words. And even if Heidelin is not a god in truth, if Minfilia believed that we should trust in her plans, then I choose to do just that. Which brings me to a rather important question. Let's suppose we try but fail to stop this second coming of the final days. Should the source fall, what will become of the other worlds?
He would be the one to ask. The nomenclature is more fitting than you know. Bring ruin to the source, and its reflections will share in its fate. Ah, it is ready.
What's ready?
This way, if you would be so kind. A beautiful sight, is it not?
What is it?
Yes, but what is it?
Thank you, Stola.
Heidelin knew better than Amy that her power was not absolute. Indeed, she has ever struggled to hold Zodiark and his faithful at bay. She feared the worst, and so made preparations. In the event of his demise, there would be a contingency.
Heidelin had a plan. Heidelin always has a
Always had a plan. This moon is more than a prison. It is a vessel capable... Damn.
Of
Realized that one
Aetherius
was going to skip on me.
to see the people of Aetherius to safe harbor. You need not go far to find its pilots.
That one it stopped on. You need not go far to find its pilots. In fact, I should be happy to take you to them. And fulfill my final duty as Watcher in the Dark.
Oh boy.
Excuse me a moment.
Hydaelyn is not evil, just as Zodiark was not truly evil. They are just two extremes of the same coin. I know, I went to pet the lecture luminous doggo. Say when you're ready, Rye. You're obviously doing something and checking something.
Starting to. Okay.
You're Stola?
You're Stola?
It may be true, but others will struggle to believe it. I can scarcely believe it myself. Ingrid?
The moon is a ship. Well, now I've heard everything.
I have a freaking space whale! What do you want?
I should very much like to hear more of this extraordinary story.
Yes, I would do. Watcher?
Helping hands. At long last, the Watcher is ready to fulfill his final duty. The time has come for you to be on your way. The crater at the heart of Mare Lamentorum, where Zodiark was imprisoned, is not so easily traversed, however. Let us call upon Argos, the familiar whom you met earlier. He should have no trouble bearing you across.
So the doggo has a name.
Yep. As Hydaelyn created me as the Gaoler, so too did she create Argos as the guard. Guard dog, right.
Woof woof.
It is his nature to appear when needed, and yet he is nowhere to be found. Strange. Mayhap the imbalancing of Aether has affected him. Or he doesn't feel himself needed. Let us make for the crushing brand and attempt to call upon him there. You need but recall the path you walked with Argos before, and you will find your way.
Yes, Foxfire, I appreciate that too. If he labors in service of Hydaelyn's plan, I see no reason not to do as he suggests. Shall we make for the crushing brand, then? Ursa's not sure about being on the moon. Why is she able to breathe?
Yeah.
Actually, just out of curiosity, what's below? Storage boxes.
Yeah.
And more storage boxes. Got it. He doesn't use storage in the basement or attic, he uses it in the basement.
I spy with my little eye something that begins with C. Crates. I spy with my little eye something that begins with M. What? There's nothing. More crates. This is when I turn to the judge and say, and that, sir, is when I shot him.
Yes. And the lunar weather is moon dust.
indeed it is. Okay.
We're gonna have to go up and around that way. No, no.
No,
Sir?
no. This is going to be the bridge and tunnel bit. Yeah, nope, wrong way. Turn around.
There's no bridge over there.
Yes, there is.
Oh, you're right, there is. Dang
This
nabbit!
is the path we took before. The view is a bit different now,
Yes.
and a lot more unsettling, which takes a lot of doing.
Now, if I remember right, isn't time a, I wonder if I can fish here.
Yes, you can.
Of course you can! Lava moon
Considering all the
fishing.
other things you can fish in, like magma, this does not surprise me.
But isn't time considered a controlled by chaos?
Maybe.
Okay, this one this way.
You need to get your husbando's lecture again. Let's see, we're going to... Where are we going? Oh, over there. I think there might have been a shorter way across, but...
No, I remember going
I
this
have
way
to find
with the
out.
doggo.
Okay. Yeah, I remember this slope.
And the slender tars.
Yes! Cue action. That was wonderful. Of all the things for them to put here.
Ingrid?
With a little preparation, it might be possible to traverse the gap on foot. Then again, it would be a long, long way down if one should slip. Perhaps another time.
So close and yet so far. Does not the harsh terrain remind you somewhere you've been before? The Dravanian Forelands, aye? A place that rejects the intrusion of outsiders, where solitude reigns supreme. At the very least, it sounds suitable for Zodiark's prison.
Naught could prepare me for the boundless beauty of Aetheris, shining, shimmering, amidst a sea of stars. A blue sapphire, and but one of countless other jewels brimming with life, no doubt.
Give me a sec.
Meow.
Oh, missed that.
Use that? And the weather just cleared up.
Of course it did. It is now fair skies.
Fair skies.
Fair skies on the moon!
Yes,
Okay then.
yes. But you'll notice the noise stopped.
Okay, Watcher.
The place we seek is just ahead at the... Really?
Chlorophoscop?
The Chlorophoscrot. Bleh. You see, Argus cannot manifest without sufficient concentrations of ambient aether. You would be hard-pressed to find a greater confluence than inside this cavern. Follow me. interesting theme we're getting.
Indeed.
Chlorophosgrot.
What the heck is that? Weeper. Nope.
It's aggressive. That's what it is.
That is a very disturbing critter.
Huh. Okay then.
Hold up. Thayrin?
Guard of Zodiac's prison, eh? Blood red eyes, slavering maw, and built like a behemoth, I'd imagine. Let's hope he's friendly. Yeah, well, prepare to be surprised. Curious. This place does call to mind Pla Inni, home of the new Mu.
And he would know. The entire cave is thrumming with ambient ether. Alas, any further analysis will have to wait.
Yes, here will do nicely. The lunar spongoi draw aether from the ground, which is then dispersed in the air. At present, however, the ambient energies are not quite sufficient for Urgos to manifest. Might you be willing to spare some of your own to help this spongoi along?
I think we can manage something.
I think I still have some spare from Shadowbringers. We were kind of overly full for a bit.
And ripe to burst.
Yeah. Great. I summoned something and it's a dog. Why me?
But
Argos manifests in a flash. He seems glad to see you again.
But he's a good boy.
A most fascinating creation of Heidelin's, would you not agree? Should the need arise, he is even able to create reflections of himself on a whim. Though I assure you it was no reflection which accompanied you earlier to the brand. No, Argos was quite eager to be at your side then, as he is now, it seems. I cannot recall when last he showed such an affinity for someone. Indeed, I thought him more likely to shy away from you and your companions. Perhaps it was more than a sense of duty that compelled him to aid you before. As for your companions...
Unexpected, but greatly appreciated. Poor Thayrin. I believe we are all ready.
Then let us return outside that you may cross the chasm.
Can I take a minute to drop a line?
If you insist.
You sure?
Yeah.
Do.
Yay, you're less reapery.
This is
Feeling better?
also my highest leveled class.
Yes. Yes.
Oh, we should fix that.
Yes, you should. After these fishing messages. You have sufficient beer for this? Because fishing without beer is
It's
like,
like
hunting
hunting without beer.
without beer.
Fever fish. Woohoo! By the way, how many holes are on the moon? 1, 2, 3. Gotcha. Gonna have to open those up later. And since the company stuff just went down, and how many members do we've got a lot of members. Let's go ahead and pop a 3. That's tempting, but there. That should keep the other FC members happy. And I should actually flip back to Reaper.
No more fishing for compliments?
Ha 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 ha.
What?
Okay, how do we get out of here? It says it's that way, but that
Yeah.
looks...
No. Turn left.
Turn left. Ah, there it is. Minimap
How did you
was...
get lost in here?
Minimap was confusing me. No, I don't want to play with you, Weeper.
You know it's bad when I'm the one who's not getting lost.
We've been here, what? 15 minutes in that cave at most? Dalamud has long been described as a loyal hound of Minfinia due to its relation to the Greater Moon. It seems highly inappropriate, if not impossible, for the ancient peoples to have known of Argos, but now I wonder if there was some connection.
Possible. Okay. To whom would Thayrin entrust the command of so grand a vessel, I wonder? I was expecting something a little more intimidating and less man's best friend.
But Argo is such a good boy!
Argos favors you with what could almost be described as a conspiratorial grin. Your destination is the structure there across the Cradle of Darkness. But climb onto Argos's back, and he will take care of the rest. Once you arrive, it should not take long to find the ship's crew. The facility is designed to rouse them from their slumber in the event of Zodiark's destruction. Heed their counsel. Together, you may guide the star and its people to a kinder fate. This is where we part ways, but know that I shall ever be watching and praying for your success. Double check. Worry not for me. Real though I may appear as you and yours, I am but a part of this moon, a creation of Hydaelyn, entrusted with the memories of an acquaintance long dead, but not forgotten. My charge of Zodiark has ended, but so long as the moon exists, I shall not want for purpose. I shall remain ever watching, ever praying for your success.
Those are the same, so Shala. Our allies' assurances notwithstanding, We cannot be certain to await what's on the other side, so perhaps it would be best if we did not go all at once. I propose the two of us cross first while Thayrin and Urianger wait here. Ride Argos across the chasm! See!
Fine.
Onward! A malevolent aether yet permeates the crater. Remnants of Zodiac, most like.
His aether at any rate, yeah.
Just a little further.
Was not expecting the door down. More structural cross supports.
This structure is enormous, though that is hardly surprising given the size of the average Amarate.
Apologies for the wait.
Right then, let us head inside and... Oh?
Most intriguing. A means by which he can service energy, mayhap. Well, I certainly want him to blink out of existence on our account, helpful as he's been.
Thank you, Argos. We'll take things from here.
Mm-hmm.
If Argos is to remain without, let us not keep him waiting over long.
Hi, Argos. Anyone getting a familiar feeling about some of this?
About what?
Entering this place.
Very
it
crystal.
cannot help but put me in mind of the Crystal Tower.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Best ways burrow.
It is very big.
Yeah, this... Good grief, guys. Yeah, you have stopped pandering to the PlayStation 3.
Stola? Its scale is reminiscent of Amarut, or rather a replica we visited once on the first. Urianger?
Truly a marvel beyond the description.
Our moonship pilot should be around here somewhere. Is that right?
It is adorable! Oh my god.
Yeah.
Loporits.
Yep.
And so many of them! Oh god! It's a whole
dear.
warren of them! Yeah.
Look lively, everyone! I know, this 1243rd inspection is a mite ahead of schedule, but it is of the utmost importance, for Zodiac, alas, is no more. As of now, our mighty moon has a new purpose. To bear the people of Aetheris to safety! Our time has come, my friends!
I'm sure you just want to be useful, but you're way too happy about this.
Yes.
We must be swifter than swift. There is much to do before our guests arrive. I expect your workstations to be immaculate. And don't forget to relay our signal to Aetheris. Questions? Yes? No? Maybe so? No? Then hop to it!
Great, look!
Oh my.
Tis a rather curious crew she hath chosen. Their endearing forms intended to ease the passengers' hearts, perhaps.
Perhaps.
Oh, Thayrin looked a bit hit on the head, or slightly tapped on the head with a 10-pound sledge.
Just a little.
Oh, guys, wait for me, I beg you! Oh dear.
Y'shtola. I find Arianja's reasoning somewhat flimsy, but the crew seems amicable enough.
His reasoning might be flimsy, but can you come up with better ones? Given the present crisis, Heidelin doubtless sought to facilitate cooperation betwixt pilot and passenger. Indeed, 'twould require a heart as hard as diamond to raise one's voice in anger to beings possessed of such profound sacrinity.
Oh, there's another $5 word.
I think you made that one up on the spot, but it's apropos.
Yeah. Thayrin.
A hairy situation. Ow.
The hairband
Thayrin's
would be
dumbfounded.
proud.
Yes. Thayrin's dumbfounded expression suggests he is still struggling to comprehend the spectacle he has just witnessed. Right there with you. They must be the Loporits mentioned in the Watcher's records. Not at all what I expected, but the Watcher did bid us heed their counsel. I assume the one who gave that rousing speech was their leader, though we might have to ask about in order to track them down. Come on then, let's be about it.
Yeah, all the adorbs.
Oh shoot, where do I know this theme from?
Arianje, you're looking somewhat bewildered.
The Loporits all appear to have set about their tasks. Whither is their leader, I wonder?
Well, first off, we know
Yep.
what to do.
And there's something else to do right afterwards.
Yeah, the bang in the background, which is usually a chocobo keep.
Yes.
There is... No, it's a gem trader.
Ah, right. They use that for those too. I think these will all be you.
So all that fun the traders on Athreus were getting up to, and I thought myself, hey, I could do that. So here I am, eager and waiting your patronage and bright-colored gemstones. Trading way.
Yes.
Yep. If you've played Final Fantasy IV, that naming convention you will recognize.
And way on the other side...
And I think this is a 4 theme.
It
Dynamite
is.
Ash, Luna Tender Blossom, and Moose Flesh. Apparently edible? Dynamite Ash. All that remains after dynamite explodes.
Yeah.
Yes, the theme there is Final Fantasy IV.
Yeah.
It's mousse as in chocolate mousse dessert, not mousse as in
Yes.
giant elk on steroids.
Yes. But still, apparently edible?
And over there, that I don't know how...
Fighting way. And,
Yeah,
Yeah.
it looks like we have to jump down to get to it. Do we want to do that now? Or actually, can we do this? Yes!
Yeah, that was kind of my thought.
Our first moon current.
Dancing way.
I heard that your kind hop about when they hear music. Is that true? Can you turn it off? That is a big carrot. Ah! Be right back. Maybe I should go back to the Dragoon. I'm being kind of jumpy. Where did... Fighting way.
Yes.
I've decided to form a fellowship of protectors to escort people as they arrive. So relax, you and yours are in safe paws. Very, very safe paws. Yeah,
We're glad for the help. They mean well. They're trying to help.
Chipper, Laprot. The leader of the crew? No, not me, I'm afraid. Singing Way's the name. I'm in charge of construction and maintenance of the atmospheric circulation systems. Only the crispest, cleanest air for the people of Athreus, and that's a promise. You go, Lopret. Stola? Such a fascinating apparatus, though it's hard to believe it could house so many crew members. Even so, there's nothing else here to suggest other types of accommodations. Yeah, well, I've got a feeling it's less of housing and more stasis?
Suspended animation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what is Heidelin good for? Stasis.
And look down below through the grating.
Oh, yes. a lot of the Aetherites actually have a subterranean section to them. It's actually clearer in Amarut.
Don't think I ever saw it there.
You have to fly to get underneath the platform to see it. That is a very blue carrot. Are you sure that's safe to eat?
It's a moon carrot.
He seems to like it. Hello, Miss...
Guiding Way.
Guiding Way? Do you need help with something? I'm busy assigning duties at the moment.
Guiding.
Weaving Way.
So...
What do you think of our clothing? I'll have you know that I'm the mastermind behind its design. Dozing Loperate. Leader? No. Sleeping Way. My job is... Perhaps I'd better ask. Yeah.
Okay then.
Nothing around this side. Though I do notice that all these pods, every single one is connected to a concept. So I'm wondering if they are less in suspended animation and more being uniquely created each time they need to be roused.
Yeah, lovely.
Oh, there's someone over here.
High time we got serious. Put our backs into it.
Camping Way. Nothing for it. The only thing to be done, scrap it all and start over. I'm thinking of spending the night outside Bestway's Burrow, but I'm not sure what I'll need to take with me, aside from a tent, I suppose. Right, he's going camping.
S'mores.
S'mores would be good.
Jiffy Pop.
Jiffy Pop's also good. Can't forget the trail mix. Gotta have the trail mix.
I only saw them from a distance, but their fur was brown, if that helps at all.
Yes, it
No.
was. Well, considering all the others are white?
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah, I guess so.
They're kind of a cream, actually, but...
Sir, yes, sir. Nothing way.
Excuse me, nothing way? We're all gonna die someday, so what if it happens a little sooner? Oh god, it's a nihilist Loperate.
Apparently. Courting way.
Oh my, but isn't this exciting? I've never seen one of your kind up close before. Would you mind if I take some measurements of your body? Just for reference, of course. You're gonna turn all Tataru on me, aren't you? Excuse me, Sappy, Laprot? What? How in the... When did you get here? Who let you in? Why wasn't I told?
We came in the front door. Take me to your leader.
I'm doing the bottom one.
Yeah, sure.
The Labyrinth song! What was that supposed to be? You're humming, if one can even call it that, an atrocity off key. It should sound more like this. As the leader of the Lobrets, I cannot allow substandard attempts at musical to go unremarked. If you are a guest, I cannot allow substandard attempts at musically to go unremarked, even if you are a guest. But being the magnanimous sort that I am, I'll forgive you this once. I think we found our leader.
Well, looks like you beat us here.
Your friends, I take it? Is this all of them?
All that are on the moon.
A group composed entirely of children? What their parents must be thinking. Oh, not this again. This isn't a nursery after all, though perhaps we should build one. Or did we build one already? No matter, you needn't worry your pretty little heads. All will be well, I promise. But goodness me, we shouldn't be standing around gawping. I must take you to meet the others. If you could run back along towards the entrance, you'll find a path that leads to the center of the platform on the upper floor. There's no wrong way to reach it, but it's a large, glowing ball in the center if you should find yourselves lost. I shall gather the others and meet you there.
Well then, back to the upper floor it is.
I was trying my best for a Lilliput greeting. Apparently it wasn't as good. You probably did better being your bard, right? Oh, what am I saying? I know what the song of your people sounds like. You make a great battle bard. Less of an idol singer. Oh wow. Look at this. The ramp looks like the main ramp in Circus Tower.
Yeah. Check Foxfire's recent comments.
Something like that, except worse.
No, before then, actually.
Oh, the
Would
Hemingway
be in charge of the booze.
Oi. The only difference is that these were stairs in the tower.
Yeah.
This is a heck of a slope to be climbing for this long.
Yeah.
Oh, there they go.
Do slow down. Wait for me, I beg you.
Yeah. Oof.
I can't help but wonder just how much the Allagans knew of some of this.
Well, Amon had some inklings.
Yeah.
And was probably driven mad because of it, and that affected Fandaniel all the way down. Wobbling way.
Are you a weeble?
dear, I hadn't expected to meet people person here. Whatever shall I do? Flopping away.
Yes.
Me? You're speaking to me? Oh, but of course, I'll answer any questions you have.
Who are you?
I'm the manager and operation of the Central Control Sphere. It regulates the single facility here at Bestways Borough. If anything were to happen to it, the whole place would just stop working in no time. It's very important, so is my job.
What is this place?
Bestways Borough is where we Loraprints live and work in honor of Hydaelyn. We're all doing our best to make the moon a suitable ship to transport everyone. You'll be able to ride it someday soon, so don't you worry. I'd rather we not need the ship.
Yes, it's nice to have a lifeboat if we need it. Oh, hello there.
Touchy the moon current.
Suppose that's a cosmic current?
Could be.
Processing power optimal. Overall status, fantastic.
That's good to hear. Mapping away. Visitors, at last! Welcome! Shala. The etheric composition and density of the sphere is quite similar to the crystalline concepts we've seen before. It likely shares their capacity for storing memories and knowledge. Dang, great.
Given their size, getting from one end of this place to the other must be exhausting. I honestly don't know how they do it. Thank you.
I think it's a square root issue. The smaller they are, the more energy they have. I'm sure Action is going to find that out very soon now, since little Leo is starting to hit his terrible twos.
Yeah. 'Tis astounding how the Loperates, despite their diminutive stature, are able to maintain such gargantuan facilities. Of course, if they look small to us, think of how tiny they'd look to the ancients.
Yeah, and considering they're treating us as children, that means they're expecting a bunch of ancients to show up, and that's not gonna happen.
Right, of course. Introductions are in order. Ahem. My name is Livingway, and we are the Loperates, created for the express purpose of commanding this ship and bearing the people of Atheris to a brave new world. More specifically, I am the one whom she charged with the execution of her most vital plans. You might say I'm her right paw.
And they think very highly of themselves. Got it.
Livingway's the name, map reader and navigator of the heavens.
Pleasure to meet you all, but I'm still trying to make sense of this.
Confusion and bewilderment are completely understandable. Fear not, I shall walk you through it. The people of Atheris, through no fault of your own, I'm sure, set in motion a series of events that, unfortunately, culminated in Zodiac's obliteration. Acutely aware of the imminent crisis, your parents sent you little ones on ahead while they began the necessary preparations.
We're gonna have to have a talk.
Still not following? No? Very well, I shall elaborate further. We have Atheris, your home, and the moon, where we are now.
The moon is quite large.
Yeah.
Without Zodiac around to keep things lively, so to speak, the celestial currents of the star have doubtless begun to degrade. A calamity of apocalyptic proportions will be visited upon Atheris, bringing an end to all life. Very sad, that.
So too hath the Watcher claimed. By thine unperturbed countenance, I gather this eventuality was anticipated.
The doom and gloom. Oh yes, quite expected. Imagine, if you will, that Atheris is a delicious carrot that I've forgotten to eat and left out in the midday sun. The most earnest wishes or prayers will not stop it from rotting to the core. So sadly, there's nothing to be done but to abandon said carrot, Atheris, in case the metaphor is lost on you, to its grisly fate.
And this moon will serve as the vessel to deliver us to a new home.
Just so! We will gather up as many people, supplies, and resources as our stores will hold. And then, once everyone is aboard, it's off to another star.
Like the dragons.
Easier said than done, admittedly. For one does not simply hop
Yeah,
from
we know
star
how
to
that
star on a
went.
whim, which is precisely why we've spent countless years constructing the most propulsive of propulsion systems. We ought to make it to our destination in 2 shakes of a rabbit's tail.
Impressive technology. I dare say it is beyond anything we have ever seen.
And what about the souls and the shards?
No need to shower us with praise. All we've done is faithfully carry out the instructions left to us by Hydaelyn. Back in the old days, when she was still just Venar, she was dedicated to the study of the world and its inner workings. And the Watcher, the real one, not the simulacrum you met, was one of her fellow researchers. We and this wondrous vessel masquerading as a moon are products of their knowledge and know-how.
There's certainly more to you all than meets the eye. Might I ask where exactly you intend to take us?
We identified a few promising candidates for resettlement some time ago, but we cannot guarantee that they are fit for habitation. Moreover, the ship can only travel in short bursts. We intend to go down our list, hopping from star to star, until we find one suitable for resettlement. No need to worry, though. The vessel is being refurbished with accommodation for an extended stay as we speak. While we did have to rely upon outside help to determine what amenities were essential, I dare say we have risen to the challenge.
Oh dear.
Outside help?
Help?
Oh.
From who?
From you and yours! Who
Yep.
else? Each time we woke to perform regularly scheduled maintenance, we were greeted by the resources you sent us. What better way to learn about preferences and proclivities of our present-day charges? Ah, but you're still adorable little children. Perhaps your elders were responsible for the deliveries?
We're not children.
I'm not sure what led you to conclude otherwise, but I can assure you that we are all grown men and women. And I very much doubt my elders know this place exists, much less how to send you so much as a starlight missive.
What? Then who in blazes let you on my moon?
Yeah,
Hydaelyn herself led you here.
pretty much.
You don't say! Well, that's really not children. Then why are you so small and stunted? Like little baby carrot
You realize you barely come up to my knee.
Well, Amarotims were a great deal taller. In the present day, persons of such prodigious size are exceedingly rare.
So, you're saying everyone's not like the Watcher?
Not even close.
Oh, confound it all! Someone could have at least scribbled a note about your profound miniaturization.
Hmm?
That tome in thy possession.
Oh, this? One of the first books sent to us. A compendium of the people of Atheris, with a few blank pages at the back for minor corrections and updates as needed. The sum total of our knowledge of your kind is contained in these pages. I thought it was abridged and made small for our benefit, but this isn't a regular-sized book, is it?
No. I think she's having an existential crisis.
Building Way, can you hear me? Yes, we're all very busy. Change of plans. I need you to rebuild the domiciles at 1/3 the scale. All of them. Yes, all of them, and but me no buts. See to it with all speed.
Perhaps you could tell us a bit more about your terrestrial collaborators.
Yes,
Just wait until they see how well it fell.
but first, I'd like to hear more about you, if it's all the same. I'd rather not risk any other complications due to outdated knowledge of our passengers-to-be.
Yeah, we can give you a list of races, but I want to make sure that dragons are listed on that, please and thank you. I'm not going to abandon them to their fate after they went so far to make it to our star. But with that, it is almost 11.
Yes, yes it is.
Oh
Oh
dear
dear.
God.
Cuteness piled on cuteness. Who let that carbuncle in here?
Yes! Hello, Carbuncle! Come over here, I want to pet you. Must pet the carbuncles! Must pet all of them. He's on the moon. I think we're temperature neutral, so it's all good. Where can we just crash here? I think we're just crashing here. Oh, where were those domiciles? We don't care how big they are. We can manage. They're not replying. Sigh. There you go. Any case, thank you all very much for joining us with such, yeah, it's been a night.
The cup of cuteness overflows.
Indeed. Our current plan for tomorrow is we'll probably do some questing in the afternoon. I'll try and stream that, but no guarantees. I also need to do a shopping expedition with Baron, so I'm not sure when we'll get on, especially since the afternoon is the worst of the queue lines.
Yes.
But our hope is that we'll then go to dinner, and then after dinner we'll switch to the buns, which hopefully the queue line will be pretty short, so I'm thinking if we switch out like a half hour before start time, we should be okay.
From mini buns to big buns.
Yes. Oh, and has the Heaven's Turn event started? Does anyone know? Or is that
No
coming?
idea.
Well, if the Heavens turn has started, we'll probably do that first, and then we'll continue with MSQ with the buns. At our standard 9:30 go time. Hopefully, if the queues will let us. They should, it's just a matter of how wibbly-wobbly that login time is. In any case, thank you all very much for coming. We hope to see you tomorrow.
Yeah, everyone, glad to have you along. Have a great night.
Good night, everyone.